Hi, Brina. How are you? So I'm trying to figure out how to. Is there a new thing where people can't comment unless they're subscribers? I'm like tripping. I can't figure out how to get people to comment. Can y'all comment? Can you try to comment real quick? Um, I swear, like I've been trying to like, is it super fan subscribe? I mean, I'm trying to make it to where everyone can comment right now, but I can't figure this shit out. There's something I'm missing. Is there something I'm supposed to do? Um, I'm not sure. Uh, can anyone inbox me to tell me if yo Elham Jashari, how are you? Can anyone tell me if there's something I'm supposed to do in order to let people comment on TikTok? I've been trying to figure it out and I can't. I'm good, Ilham. How are you? I'm hopefully you're having a great Monday. Um, all right, I'm gonna try to figure this out. I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on TikTok. Thank you for joining me over on YouTube. This morning we're gonna start with just a brief talk about the weekend. Hopefully you guys saw the mass yesterday. If you guys didn't see the mass that's been posted. Um I'm trying to figure out how to let comments be added on TikTok and I can't figure it out. So if you guys got you subbed, awesome. If you guys can't figure out how to comment on TikTok, jump over to YouTube. All right. I'm gonna make a quick comment about stuff. Someone texted me last night asking for the read. All right, Elham, have a good one. Be blessed. Thank you. Someone comment or sent me a message last night. See ya. All right. About a read that they paid me on my business account. I don't have, please be careful when you're trying to get a, there's lots of fakes that pretend to be me. And this person was like, oh, I sent you money. Like, and I told them, like, you know what? You got screwed. Someone hustled you. Ah, can you do the read still? You know what? I tell you guys over and over and over to be careful. I tell you guys over and over and over to be careful. And in the past, I've felt sorry for people and I've done a read because they supposedly paid someone and they show me proof. I'm not gonna do that no more. Be careful with your money. I'm not I'm not liable if someone swindles you. I apologize for it. I'm sorry. I've done everything I can to try to ban people, and I've tried to get TikTok to ban people, but TikTok don't care. So if you pay someone that swindled you, take it up with TikTok. I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry, Kali. You need healing. You need prayer. What do you need? So again, if someone swindles you on TikTok pretending to be me, I apologize. I I can't. I can't. You know what I mean? Anyways, has anyone figured out? Has anyone figured out how I can let people comment on TikTok? Can anybody comment on TikTok right now or nah? Anybody can comment? Yes or no? All right. Anyways, I don't mean to be rude or be a dick. Honestly, like I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I've been saying this for months. Be careful with people trying to be or pretend to be me. Always demand a phone call or a video call just to make sure it's me. My number starts with 310. I don't got no business accounts. Like someone said, I paid you on your business account. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So if you guys, super fan SD David, what's up, bro? Good morning. Is there a new thing that only fans can comment? Because I can't figure out how to let other people comment. But thanks, bro. ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días. So I guess you got to be a super fan to comment. So again, I'm not sure how this TikTok thing works right now. Like it's different. Maybe I gotta upgrade the app or some shit or update it. Um, what they do? What the dogs do, David? Hold on. Let me figure some stuff out real quick. Oh my god, those dogs probably got freaked out. Anyways, Kali, if you want to inbox me, Kali. All right. Inbox me to my personal phone number. It's on all my videos, or comment, or send me a message on TikTok. All right. All right. Let me get my phone out and start going with today's lesson. But again, if you guys, awesome, bro. Good news is good. All right. I'm trying to see how to get people. Have you guys figured out how I let people comment? Nah. I'm not sure how to let people comment no more. Like I've gone through all the settings. I've looked it up. Maybe I gotta just restart the phone and I try to update the TikTok account because it says comment settings, allow for comments. Um, oh, awesome! There's a new spam thing. Mute division. I don't fucking know, man. Anyways, let me check my messages. I can't figure out how to allow people to comment. That's good news, bro. Good news. Maybe I should do a candle for you over here at the pad. So let me know. I'll do a candle for you over here at the house, bro, if you need it. Um, all right. All right. I'm gonna do something today or speak about something I guess I've never spoken about. Harnessing the power of confrontation. I don't mean in a negative way, but again, like confrontation always has such a negative attachment to it. Confrontation has always like this sort of like, it's going to be bad. But the way I want to address confrontation is, if there's issues within you, if there's issues that have been holding you back, if there's issues that you have within, you must confront them. So confrontation isn't a bad word, but again, confrontation always has a stigma to it. So today I'm going to talk about confrontation in that sense. Confrontation should be something that you use sometimes externally, sometimes internally, right? But again, like the way I want you guys to confront issues is identify what's holding you back. Identify what is bringing you down. Identify that negative energy that you've been harnessing for the last year, the last week, the last decade, and confront it. What makes you nervous? What makes you anxious? What makes you crumble at the seams, right? Or tear at the seams? Sometimes confrontation is something that we avoid at all costs. It's something that we decide not to sort of embark on. And that's okay sometimes. But when we go through life avoiding every confrontation, including the ones that are internal, you're going to become a mat to others and yourself. The way you treat yourself is a way others will treat you. If you're afraid to confront yourself, you can't stand for nothing. So again, when I use the word confrontation, always confront all those things that have been holding you back, that have been tearing you down, that have been making you sick, been making you anxious, been making you sort of second guess everything about yourself. Confrontation is not a bad word. Learn to confront it. Confront yourself, but in a good way. How can you heal? How can you move forward? How can you dissolve this energy that's been attached to you for years, months, decades at times? Sometimes we carry around so much negativity and we don't confront it. It just lingers on and it festers and it grows and it attracts more negative energy. It attracts more things that will drain you, that will stop you, that will simply just corrupt your soul and your light. Ignoring problems does not mean they're fixed. Ignoring problems does not mean you can just move forward. There's certain times we're driving in a car and we hear that sound that doesn't sound quite right. We hear that sound and it doesn't sound like it belongs. And instead of addressing the problem, we turn on the radio and we put up the volume and we ignore it. And we think by ignoring these problems, they're going to go away. That's not the case. When we do that, what ends up happening is the problem gets bigger, it gets more expensive, and eventually your car will break down. By ignoring all the signs and pretending it's not there, there can be a failure, a catastrophic one, when it could have been something as simple as adding oil, when it could have been something as simple as changing the spark plug, when it could have been something as simple as checking the water in your radiator. But we ignore it. And things just blow up sometimes, right? Same thing applies to your life. If there's something that's always constantly handicapping you, something that's always just making that clinkety clack noise, and you're like, I'm gonna ignore it, eventually there will be a catastrophic failure as well. We just can't ignore the things that we choose to ignore. We can't pick and choose. We can't say, oh, I'm going to address that, but not this. Look, whatever you hold inside that has made you anxious, made you tremble, made you fear, made you feel less than, made you angry, we must address it. We must confront it. We must have a personal confrontation within ourselves to remove all these negative energies that we carry within. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm a deep, deep spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe in Santa Muerte, right? And I believe in other cosmic beings and deities and saints and whatnot. But my two are God and Santa Muerte, and they've made me confront myself on a lot of the issues that I used to ignore. Case in point, when I was a young man, you know, I was a bit of a womanizer. And during my spiritual evolution, I took a moment to call people back and apologize. At least the numbers I had still, I called and apologized. And I guess I brought some closure to some people. I apologized. I was a young man, blah, 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 whatever. Every other thing that I've done to others, I've come to terms with, right? But the one thing I could never confront were my own personal inflicted pains and issues. Because that's the hardest thing to confront. You can easily confront others on the way you wrong them and apologize and say, hey, I did you dirty. I did you wrong. I apologize. But how often do you consider looking in the mirror and giving yourself that same courtesy? It's rare that we can look at ourselves and confront feelings that are self-inflicted or that we've somehow blew up. I use myself in a lot of these sort of I guess stories or teachings because that's the only way I know how to sort of relay my messages. Again, we more easily confront past hurts to other people than we will ever confront past hurts within ourselves. And I'm here to tell you, it's okay to look within and confront yourself for the things that you've done to yourself, for the anxiety you've given yourself, for the pain you've caused yourself, for the things that you blew out of proportion. We sometimes got to stand and reflect on our own actions and our own deeds and forgive ourselves for them. Confronting your inner demons, confronting the pain, confronting the issues that torment you physically, spiritually, emotionally. And I know a lot of people are like, well, how does the physical thing come into play? When we carry so much pain and anguish and it festers, it starts to show in your physical form. When you're carrying such a big load spiritually and emotionally, it starts to wear and tear on your physical body, believe it or not. The more you learn to release energies and negative thoughts and negative feelings, the more that you can sort of harness that sort of forgiveness for yourself, you can sometimes better your physical attributes, improve your health, your state of mind. Your external world starts to get better. So to harness the power of confrontation is simply to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. What have I done that I've blamed others for? How are my shortcomings by my own hand. Again, there's people that'll do you wrong. There's people that'll lead you astray. There's people that will play dirty and sort of make you feel certain ways. But a lot of the stuff that we do carry is self-inflicted. And the moment we start to realize the power we have over our own self, our own happiness, our own physicality, our own spirituality, we start to realize that most of the damage is done at our own hand. So confront yourself. There's moments, again, where I reached out to sort of make other people feel better. I've forgiven. I've let other people, know how I wronged them, and I gave them closure. We must start giving ourselves closure and confronting our own issues that we carry and that they drag us down. Again, your mental, spiritual, physical anguish sometimes starts from within by your own hands. So harness the power of confrontation. I don't mean go out and be negative and confront everybody. And here's the thing is, like I said, if you can't respect yourself, how do you teach others to respect you? Respect yourself enough to confront yourself about the things that have been weighing you down, holding you back, making you feel insufficient, making you feel anxious, making you feel tired, making you feel scared, making you feel angry. You must confront these things that you carry within. What happens when we don't have those moments is we have a mechanical breakdown, like I said. If you guys just tuned in, if there's something that makes noise in your car and you turn up the radio to ignore the problem, eventually the problem gets worse. Same thing applies to us. You can't turn up the volume of life and expect things to just get better because you're just going to ignore it. And when you don't confront certain issues, you become angry. You become lonely. You become anxious. And sometimes when we have these outbursts, it's not because the world is wrong. It's that we're wrong within ourselves. We are wrong within ourselves. We are wrong sometimes, and we do not admit it. We don't see it. We can't see the bigger picture. So again, confront all your internal issues. Because some people, I'm going to say this, are quick to jump at the fucking opportunity to confront everything else in this world and be wrong about it. But they're unwilling to confront the things from within. Every battle should begin here, then here. And when those battles are won, you'll see how things start to fall into place. Call your inner warrior. Summon your inner strength and convictions. The spiritual teachings is to use the warrior energy not for external aggression, but for internal fortitude. Face personal injustices, defend your boundaries, and stand up for your authentic self with conviction and empathy. So once you clear out everything after having that confrontation, rise up for yourself. Be your, thank you so much, P the Virgo, for the gift. May be blessed now forever. Santa Muerte protect you and God guide you. And again, I'm going to say this really again. If anyone knows how I can allow people to comment, inbox me. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. But if you want to comment, you can go over on YouTube or you can become a super fan. I'm not sure if it's a new thing they're doing. If you want to comment, you could join the Superfan group. If not, you could jump over to YouTube. Anyways, once you confront all your internal issues, you could then become a warrior, and you could be your number one advocate, your number one supporter, your number one enforcer. A lot of the times, we are the last person to stand up for ourselves. We are the last person to take a stand for ourselves. We are the last person to see the good in us, to see that we were right. We'd rather be quiet because we're small, because people have made us small. People have made us feel inferior. People have taken away our divine light and our energy. When I say small, I don't mean stature. I don't mean weight or size. I don't mean circumference. I mean how we feel. We feel small. Rise up. Be your number one advocate. Be the person that stands for themselves when someone needs to stand for you. Don't wait for others to stand for you. Don't wait for others to protect you. Don't wait for others to advocate for you. Be your own advocate. Be your own protector. Be that voice that stands for you when you need it the most. I'm not saying for you to be violent. I'm not saying for you to be obnoxious. I'm not saying for you to be toxic. What I'm saying to you is this. A lot of us are extremely one way and then extreme the other way. There's half of us that are super confrontational, super fucking toxic. That shit's bad too. Don't be that person that thinks they're right about everything. Don't be that person that thinks their shit don't fucking stink. Because that shit to me is fucking annoying. Anyone that has toxic traits, I'm sorry, we can't be homies. I don't got time for that shit. Because I don't. But again, find the balance. Don't be someone that's a mad either. Don't be someone that gets walked down, is waiting for someone to save the day. You know what? If someone is being unfair to you, you need to stand up for yourself. Not because, again, I'm not saying violence, but sometimes we get stepped on. We get mistreated in relationships. We get mistreated in friendships. We get mistreated at the goddamn McDonald's, and you don't speak up. When we feel this small, people can see it. People will fucking single you out. If you've been abused mentally, physically, you've been conditioned to be this small. And you don't know how to stand for yourself. And here's the thing. Here's the fucked up part of it all. One day, those people that are this small emotionally are going to blow up and have an outburst. They're going to have a fucking catastrophic meltdown. And they might do something stupid. They might end up hurting somebody, going to prison because of it. And it could have been all avoided. I've seen it before. So when you're this small, emotionally, you got to grow. Be your advocate. Be this person that stands up for you. Excuse me. I've seen a lot of people stand up for others, but not stand for themselves. I'm going to say this. A lot of people choose external struggle. They want to fight for things that don't concern them. Yet they don't fight for themselves. They don't fight for their mental clarity. They don't fight for their abundance. They don't fight for their happiness. They don't fight for what makes them and their world a good place to be in. A lot of us take up these struggles that are external and hold no bearing to our personal lives. Stop doing that as well. Choose your struggles wisely. Always stand up for yourself. Always be your number one advocate. Always be the person that will stand for your self-preservation physically, mentally, and spiritually. Because no one else will. There'll be people that say that they're going to stand for you, but there's going to be a hook. Because there's always a fucking hook. There's a hook in everything, right? So be careful. Be your number one advocate. Be the person that stands for you. Confront yourself with any issues. Be a warrior. Be your spiritual warrior. At the same time, you can be a warrior for somebody else. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of us will go fight external battles that don't concern us. But we're afraid to face the inner truth and confront that. So before we go fucking running around and fighting external battles with everyone and their mama, have that deep, deep, deep internal confrontation with yourself and see where you, and this is going to sound rough, have let yourself down. And that's truth. That's truth. Always confront internal battles before you go fight external ones. And that's truth. So again, confront what needs to be healed here. Become your own personal warrior. Stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Because when we're that small, when we are small like that, the world sees us and they trample over us. Speak up for yourself. Reignite that divine light within. So now we're going to move into the next step of this. All right. And again, I've been trying to figure out how to have people comment. If anyone knows how to have people comment, because it should be allowed to comment, but for some reason you guys can't. But again, for those that have been around here for a minute, if there's anything I've said in the last, I guess, 30 minutes or so, if you find offensive, inbox me. Let's talk about it. Because I know a lot of people, they have feelings about confronting issues that are internal. So I have an 8-year-old son. He's 8. And I noticed that when he's, he tried to develop a twitch. Like he saw someone with a twitch and he tried to develop it. And I'm like, hey, fool, what's wrong with you? Stop that. You don't got a twitch. And he stopped. I addressed it like, look, ain't nothing wrong with you. Stop it. And he stopped. Sometimes we draw out the weakness within ourselves. We handicap ourselves. We handicap ourselves because it's much easier that way to make excuses. There's no excuse. Your life is yours to live. The outcome will be determined by your actions. Will you be good? Will you be righteous? Will you stand for yourself when you need to? Will you be just? All these things can only be answered by you. And whatever I tell you sometimes, because I speak to a lot of people, and ultimately, you decide your outcome. No matter what anyone tells you, any spiritualist, any card reader, anybody that tells you something, you have the power to change your reality and your outcome. If I tell somebody you're going to be broke for the next 3 years, and they accept that as gospel and truth, they will be broke for 3 years. But upon knowing that, if they rise up and say, I'm going to change that. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to fucking play smart. I'm going to save my money and I won't be broke for 3 years. You can change your outcome. you can sort of grab the bull by the horns and move it wherever you want. If I tell someone they will be abundant for 3 years and they decide to call off work, to bullshit, to fuck around, well, that fool on the internet on Facebook told me, or that fool on fucking TikTok told me, or that fool on YouTube told me that was gonna be good, so I'm just gonna fuck around. Well, guess what? You let go of the fucking horns. And now you change your outcome. So no matter how you, and here's the thing is, anyone that's a practitioner out there, understand these things. What you tell people, you should always reference that things can change because they could will it to be. The only thing that is certain is death. From A to Z, right? You were born, we will die. But in between, we can manifestate success, happiness, laughter, or we can become victims to pain, suffering, and cries. Ultimately, we decide our journey. We have free will. We have the option. Choose. How will you live? How will you carry yourself? Will you be a dignified individual or will you be a scoundrel? Will you stand up for yourself and be your advocate or will you cower to negative energies and negative people? Are you going to be fulfilled or miserable? The choice ultimately is yours. And I know it sounds very fucking easy, right? But it's not. I get it. It's easier said than done. But when you can actually confront all the demons within, because again, we started this conversation with confrontation. And confrontation is not a fucking threatening word if you use it correctly. To confront everything about ourselves that hold us back, that make us sick, that make us anxious, that make us feel unworthy, that make us feel pain or anger. To confront those things, it's not a bad thing. So confrontation is not a bad word, nor should it be fucking clumped up with other violent words. Confrontation can be liberating. Confrontation can be fucking godly. But we must do it right. So confrontation, be your own warrior. Be that warrior within. Be that person that stands for you. Be that person. Here's the thing is, seek truth through discomfort. When we feel uneasy about ourselves, there's something there. There's something there. Sometimes the most uncomfortable things are the things we must confront. And sometimes the truth is discomforting to us, but we must still address it. We must still be big enough. And here's the thing is, when you confront yourself about certain issues and certain things, they could be things that have been self-inflicted. They could be things that someone has laid at your fucking feet and you embraced it. Sometimes we don't want to confront these issues because it makes us feel uneasy. It's discomforting sometimes to remember or to know what truth is. As they say, sometimes the truth hurts, and everyone claims to want to know the truth until they're slapped in the face with it sometimes. The truth can be very liberating or have the opposite effect. Some of us don't want truth. We want to hear what we want to hear. I've had people ask me the same question over and over and over and over, expecting a different result because it is not what they want to hear. You know how maddening that is to hear something, and we live in a world where people want it their way. So they'll ask the same question over and over and over and over, expecting to hear a different answer. Sometimes you got to confront the issues head on, accept them, embrace it, get over it. I've had people ask me a question today, yesterday, the day before then, and they'll ask me the same question today and tomorrow, expecting for it to change. How can it change if you've done nothing to change it? How can it change if you haven't changed yourself and the things you've been doing? How can your situation change if you're too lazy or scared to make the changes? I'm going to be honest. I know sometimes I speak and people might get offended, but truth is truth. The divine can only do some of the work for you. You have to meet the divine halfway. You have to meet the divine halfway. You can pray to God. You can pray to Santa Muerte. You can pray to any deity or cosmic energy you want. And some of us think that by praying, that's it. We've done our job. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait. It'll come. Nah, we got to meet the divine halfway. You got to do your part as well. Things are often misconceived. I know we've been told to pray on it. Pray on it. Pray on it. Yeah, pray on it. But also act on it. If you pray for abundance, you can't pray for abundance and sit on your ass. Go get it. Chase it. If you pray for love, you just can't pray for it and stay at home and just wait for someone knocking at your door. If you pray for health, you can't just pray for it. You got to work out or stop eating those fucking Twinkies. I mean, I've seen people pray for money. They say, hey, Victor, I want abundance. I'm all like, I got you. I got you. And we do our thing, and they get job offers and job offers and job offers and shit like that. And they're like, nah, I just want money. They complain because they got job offers, not sacks of cash falling on their fucking lap. And I'm all like, you dumb motherfucker, you. You're not even playing the lotto. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You got to do your part. We just can't pray and expect things to fall. Now, here's the thing is, some of you, I'm going to say some of you because I'm not one of those people, are extremely good people. And you may pray and you might get your prayer answered because you deserve it. And when we receive these blessings, you're deserving of it. And I'm going to ask everyone here that's here right now, honestly, are you deserving of the blessings you're asking for? Are you deserving of the happiness you prayed for? Are you deserving of the abundance you have asked for? I'm going to say it. I'm not that guy. I'm flawed. I'm a sinner still. I do everything in my power to be a better person every day. Am I deserving of blessings? I work on it every day. Every day I work on it. And I know some of us go around asking for blessings, not working on themselves at all. They talk shit. They insult the person at the goddamn Taco Bell. They feel fucking self-righteous. They're fucking We can't ask for blessings when we carry ourselves like sacks of shit and expect to get them. Now, again, I'm not going to ever come here and speak on a platform of trying to make everybody happy. That's not my fucking platform. My platform is to spread truth, because truth ultimately is going to help. It's what's going to help you. Truth is what, as they say, will set you free. You can decide to ignore it. You can decide to, blow me off. But again, unless you sell your soul for riches, fame, and shit like that, because people sell their soul, they sell their values out, they sell themselves out, then you won't get far. So be a halfway decent person. Work on yourself. You don't got to be perfect, because you don't. God and Santa Muerte do not ask for perfection. They ask for you to at least try to be a halfway decent fucking human being. When I die, if the scales are like this, I did my fucking job. Good, bad, like bam, I did my job. I did the best I could. I kept an even keel, good and bad. If my scales at the end of my lifetime are even, I will be happy. It may not be up to some standards of some people that think they're like this. Oh, I'm so good. And again, stop with the self-delusion. Stop with that self-righteousness. I'm not going to even say that it's a generational thing right now. It's the way the world works is people are so self-centered and can't fucking smell their own dookie. It's amazing. When I go out and interact with people in the street, my interaction is limited. I don't want to really interact with people because I don't want people to tell me the wrong thing or make a wrong face. I'm not for that shit. I don't like it. The energy sometimes out there in the real world fucking sucks. And I live in California. Maybe I'm in the wrong fucking state. But everyone is arrogant. Everyone holds their fucking nose up high. Everyone fucking thinks their shit don't stink. And I'm a simple motherfucker. Like, I will tell you where you stand if you fucking get on my nerves. And again, I'd rather not. So, anyways, I got off track. Let me regress back to my original points because my mind just goes, yeah, let's get fucking over here. And I say, nah, fool, let's bring it back. So harness the power of confrontation. Confront all your inner demons, all the things that you have been bottling up. Confront them. Address them. Whatever makes you spiritually weak, physically weak, mentally weak. Sometimes they all run in correlation because when we carry such heaviness, it starts to bleed into our physical attributes as well. Again, there's people that are so stressed out, they become ill. They get diabetes, they get cancer, they get all these physical things because their anxiety is high level. And I'm going to tell you, that's what they want you to be, some fucking ball of nerves and anxious like a motherfucker so they can fucking medicate you and make billions off of all of us that are fucking a ball of nerves, anxious, unhealthy, unwise. Because forget the unhealthy part, right? Forget the mental anguish that we receive, right? When we are unwise and they know it, that is the real core problem here. You are a child of light. You are a child of God. You are what scares them the most. But if you only knew, because a lot of us don't know that inner fire, that inner strength that we do have. A lot of us don't know how divine we are. So again, harness the power of confrontation. Embrace the warrior within. Embrace the warrior within. Again, be your number one advocate. Be the person that stands up for you. Be the person that doesn't get trampled on. And I mean If you're in a bad friendship, a bad relationship, don't be there longer than you should if you don't have to be. Here's the thing is, a lot of people make us feel small because they want to manipulate us. They manipulate us to feel that small because they know that they could then manage us. Don't be that person. Seek truth, even if it's fucking uncomfortable. Seek truth, even though it makes you feel uneasy. But when we know truth, we can then move forward aware, and we can make the changes necessary to be in a better position in life, in a friendship, in a relationship. And here's the thing. Don't be a fucking dumbass. Forgiveness should not be awarded to everybody. It is not a participation trophy type thing. Forgiveness doesn't apply to everybody. You can forgive their actions. You can forgive what they've done to you, but it doesn't mean you have to forgive that fucking person. Remember that. Forgiveness is a tool you can use to relinquish yourself from the chains, right? But because when you forgive somebody over and 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 over for the same fucking action, who's the fool? You or them? You can forgive the action. You can forgive the transgression, right? And you can forgive that person once, maybe twice. But when you forgive, it does not mean you have to forgive the person. You can forgive their actions and their transgressions. You can forgive what they've done to you. But you don't have to forgive the individual, especially if they've hurt you multiple times, especially if you know they're full of shit and are only asking for forgiveness because they got caught. And that applies to any situation. I don't give a fuck if they got caught stealing your Twinkie. I don't give a fuck if they got caught stealing your fucking money. I don't give a fuck if they got caught stealing your fucking PS5. I don't give a fuck if they got caught stealing someone else's fucking poontang. The only reason they're apologizing is because they got caught. They got caught cheating at Monopoly. Oh, I'm sorry. They got cheating at cards. I'm sorry. They got cheating on all this shit, right? And the only time they apologize is when they get caught. So again, you can forgive the action. You can forgive the offense. You don't gotta forgive the person. Sometimes that is a misconception, because that is a very strong misconception, is that you have to forgive the individual. If you've forgiven the individual multiple times for the same shit, you no longer owe them forgiveness. You can forgive them for hurting you, and you can even forgive yourself for being a dumbass. It doesn't mean you have to forgive them. At that moment, forgive yourself for being so fucking blind, so stupid, so believing. Because when the devil shows his face, you know he's the devil. All right? Anyways. So embrace the warrior within, right? Harness the power of confrontation. Embrace the warrior within. Seek truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Let me repeat that. Seek truth, even when it is uncomfortable to accept. There's people that call me, is my person cheating? I'd be like, yeah, they are. And they know it. But then they're like, nah, he loves me. Nah. And then they call me, you were right. I go, I know I was right. You knew this before. You knew, and you just called for confirmation. And when I confirmed it, you were still like, nah. I gain nothing from fucking lying to people. Nothing at all. I always tell them the truth, and the truth should be liberating. Sometimes it chains them fucking more to the fucking rock. And they'll go down to the bottom of the sea with that shit. Oh, Pablo, I know. Over forgiveness made me miserable. Speaking to me was talking about my ex today and thinking about some traumatic events from my childhood at the hands of a family member. No need to forgive true evil. There's never a need to forgive evil. Again, we can forgive their actions. We can forgive their transgressions. We can forgive ourselves, but we do not have to forgive them. So, Pablo, you can forgive yourself for maybe being in a bad relationship too long. You can forgive others if you choose to do so. And again, but if someone does something over and over and over, and you forgive them over and over and over, at that point, you're the problem. And you ask, why am I so miserable? Why am I not happy? Why don't he love me? Why am I not enough? Like, shit, you knew this shit like fucking 3 years ago. Shit, you knew this when you met that person. But he was fine. Like, no shit. And every other bitch in that club thought he was fine too. Sometimes we let this control this. What we see is not often what we get. Truth is truth. And again, I'll repeat it. When you forgive others once, that should be enough. If they value your friendship, if they value your relationship, if they value any ship you are in with these motherfuckers, any ship, all right, they shouldn't do it again. There should be a real fear of losing you. They don't got that fear because either A, they don't give a fuck, or B, they know you will forgive them over and over and over again. And when you give them that kind of cook and comfortability, they're not going to change who the fucking they are, because why should they? Yeah, some people don't deserve you, Pablo. Again, I'm very limited on who I share my energy with on a personal level. Let me be as brutally honest as I possibly can right now. To fuck is to fuck, right? But to give myself emotionally in a deep level, I don't know if that will ever happen again. Honestly, I don't know if I will ever allow myself to go that deep with anybody ever again. I've said to myself, I'm happy. I got my kids. I love my children. I love my God. I love my Santa Muerte. Do I need anything else? Sure, on occasion, I need a little bit of, and I'm good. I don't need anything else that comes with it. I know that sounds fucked up and all. And I know it sounds fucked up. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. But sometimes I choose, not sometimes. I choose sanity over drama any day of the week. And sometimes we gotta learn what it is to be alone before we can ever be ready to be with somebody else. I'm very much devoted. Some people might think I'm perfectly happy being devoted to my God and Santa Muerte. I'm devoted to my children. I'm devoted to their well-being, to their safety, and to who they will be as adults one day. I don't got time to worry about other people's feelings sometimes. I don't got time to be like, oh, I gotta see my kids. Is that okay? Fuck that. No. I've had people in my past tell me, why you spend so much time with your kids? Because they my kids. Why do you do what you do? Because it's what I do. I don't got time for that. And again, I'm going to say this. I'm not ragging on women. I'm not ragging on men right now. Know who you are before you try to give yourself to others. And I mean in a spiritual sense. Know who you are before you give yourself fully to others. Giving away the thing is one thing, but giving yourself to people, that is truly an act of spirituality. There's, fucking, and then there's actual giving yourself to somebody. When you do this, you have to choose wisely. Don't just give yourself to anyone that has a nice car or a big fucking ass, because that's not the way this works. Be more thoughtful in who you are and what you expect. Respect yourself, respect others, respect them for who they are, not just for what they look like or what they can provide for you. That's the problem, is that people look at you and they size you up on what they could take from you. They don't size you up on how you could love them. They don't size you up on how you could love them. They don't see a future that is beautiful. What's up, Juan? They see what they can get at the moment. Be smart and clear, Pablo. Like, yeah, exactly. Yep, physical body is different. It can be more than just physical if they decide. It can just be casual if that's agreed upon. Just be smart and clear. Be clear about it. Be who you are. Be who you are. Be who you are always. And again, I know I strayed a long way off the fucking topic, but it all sort of correlates. So again, harness the power of confrontation. Embrace the warrior within. Seek truth through discomfort. Again, if the truth makes you uneasy and it's uncomfortable, you must go head on. I haven't got this far yet. And here's where the last part correlates. Balance order and chaos. Balance the order and chaos in your life. I choose to stay out of certain things for my peace of mind and sanity. I choose not to go out as often because now I'm a hermit. I'm happy at home. I'm happy doing things here when my kids are here. When my son is here, we play Fortnite. We fucking play this, we play that. We just chill. We may go for a dessert. We may go out and eat, but that's about it. Like, I choose order over chaos. A lot of people choose chaos over order. Like the drama, all this bullshit excites them. Oh my God, girl, like this bitch. Oh my God, no, she did it. La, 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 la. Fuck the cheese, man. Fuck all that fucking gossip shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't give two fucks. I don't want to fuck. It doesn't pertain to me. I don't care. And again, don't. Just don't. Choose sanity. Choose peace. Choose fucking tranquility. Because then those problems become your problems. And now you got more negative shit on your fucking boat that's already fucking sinking. Remember that ship I told you about? Choose ships that won't bring you down. Solitude is good for the soul, Pablo. Discover who you are, and then you can go out and reconquer the world. Sometimes, again, you have to find solitude and find the person that you truly are. Because once you know who you are, you know exactly what to expect from people, and you're going to fucking, demand what you deserve. A lot of us go out and ask for handouts because we don't know what we want. We don't know what we want. We don't know what we want. We ask for handouts. We ask for people to shine a little bit of light on us when we deserve the fucking whole fucking spectrum. Once you know who you are, Pablo, once you know who you are and what to expect, You won't let others fucking trample you or walk over you or take advantage of you. You won't. I value myself too much. I know my light. I know my divine right. I know I am a divine being. I deserve to be treated with full respect from anybody and everybody. And that's what the truth is. A lot of people don't understand this about themselves. And they will take any kind of treatment as long as they're in the fucking in the circle. You know what I mean? We've gone all over the place. No worries, Pablo. That's what I'm here for. If anyone has a problem with what I'm saying, you can inbox me. I know on TikTok you guys can't comment. I don't know why the fuck I can't make you guys comment. But if you got something to say, you can always subscribe. But I can't change it for some reason. I don't know if it's a TikTok thing now. Again, the super fans can comment, but other people can't, and I haven't figured it out. I don't know if I got to do an update or some shit because people can't comment, and it's on everyone comment, but I can't figure it out. But if you want something to say, you can inbox me, or you can go to YouTube or even Instagram. It's on my main page on the TikTok. You can follow me on YouTube, and on YouTube you can go over there and comment for free if you guys want. But anyways, so remember, here we go again. Harness the power of confrontation. Confront all the things that make you uneasy, unhappy, unhealthy, unstable, mentally and physically. Challenge yourself to confront yourself and to sort of evacuate all those fucking feelings. And again, if you can't evacuate them, at least you have an understanding of what is going on within. Embrace the warrior within. Stand up for yourself. Be your own advocate. Be the person that stands for yourself, because no one else will. No one else will rise for you. No one else will stand up for you. No one else will do it the way you should. All right? Seek truth, even if it's uncomfortable. That is just going to be said. Seek truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Again, once we know the truth, we can move forward. If we are stuck in lies, that's what we will remain. Navigate through the order and chaos fucking issue. Choose order over chaos. If you have friends that like to gossip and they're fucking negative and blah la la, weedy weedy, this bitch, that bitch, whoop de whoop, blah la la, whoop de whoop, blah, 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 blah. You don't need that shit. If you are one of those people that likes negative energy, start embracing a more relaxed state of mind. Start embracing a more chill moment in your head. I'm going to go back to one of the things that we can always fall back on. The golden rule. The golden rule, right? The golden rule states that you should treat others the way you would like to be treated. That is a rule that should always be in play for everybody. And it's not nowadays. I respect people and their opinion. I respect people and their time. I respect people in general. I've heard people say, oh, people got to earn my respect. I give everyone respect the moment I meet them. It is when they do something that causes me to lose respect for them that changes. Everyone has the benefit of the doubt with me until they fuck up. Respect is given, not earned. But respect should be maintained by the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Respect is always given, by me at least, and that's the way it should be with everybody. You should respect others until proven otherwise. Always respect people. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a fool. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a, whatever. Always respect people. Respect people at the grocery line. Respect people that fucking give you your fries. Respect people that whatever. Just respect people. It'll be good on you. It's good karma to just be respectful. Shit, say thank you. Say please. Say excuse me. That kind of shit. Now, hey, I didn't get fries. Like, hey, I need ketchup. Excuse me. May I please have? Then you say thank you. I've seen that shit. It's like, oh my God, these people have no fucking manners. No fucking manners. Treat people with respect. The golden rule should be applied to everything around you. That should be applied to the way you live, the way you interact with people. The golden rule. Look it up. Yeah, it's I've I look at me. Look at me. I'm a fucking ex-thug, an ex-gang member, all this shit. All this but I say please and thank you. I say excuse me. Have a nice day. That kind of shit is infectious. Like, bring that shit back. Like, bring it back. Bring back fucking being polite. That shit should be in fucking style. That should never go out of style. Practice the golden rule. If you don't know what the golden rule is, look it up. Learn it. It's simple. All right. Respect life and human dignity. Compassion and service. That shit should be a given to anyone that is of faith of any form and any spirituality. Respect for life and human dignity. All people are fundamentally equal and deserve respect regardless of background or differences. The principle calls for non-violence and for speaking out against injustice and oppression. That should be something that should fucking be everywhere right now. Look, no matter what side of the fucking wall you're on, if you're left, if you're right, I don't care about that because I don't really care where you stand. What I care about is, are you a good person to those people that are opposing you? There's no need for bad words or violence from any side. And I'm not going to fucking point fingers on the side that calls for more violence because that's not what I'm here to do. But what I'm here to tell you is choose to use your words like a big person, but choose to not throw sticks and stones. Sometimes just fucking saying some shit, you get off your chest, they rebuttal, you agree to disagree, and there you go. You're an adult, motherfucker. Learn to act like it. Thank you for the follow, Joe Thuggin Dangerous. Again, it's easy to be polite. It's easy to hear people out. It's easy to just disagree and walk away. Walk away. No words need to be heated. No hands have to be thrown. Just, hey, all right, that's how you feel. Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. And walk the fuck away. Compassion and service. Compassion is the ability to recognize suffering in oneself and others. Service, a core principle in many traditions, is the active expression of compassion, helping others without expectation of a specific outcome. So, compassion and service. I'm compassionate because I've been through shit. And I serve because I've been through shit. That is why I sit here before you today speaking this, because I've been through it. I've been through good things, bad things, good times, bad times. I've been through joyful moments and crushing defeats. I've experienced loss, both financial, emotional, and anything in between. I'm compassionate because of it. And because of the service that I provide, is because I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life. And again, God does not make a mistake. And God gave me a certain set of gifts that I think I should use. So God don't make mistakes, right? And here's the thing. For those that think there's something unholy about this, God created everything. And there's no true religion. There's no true source to God. Every road that leads to God is a good road to take. For those that claim to have ownership of God, you're a dumb motherfucker. You don't own God. God owns you. And I don't care if you call him God, if you call him Allah, Jesus Christ, if you call him Krishna, if you call him Judea, whatever you call God, That's how you call God, but it's still the same energy that flows through us all. It's just we're different. We have different choices, different opinions, and that is okay. Whoever's here right now, I'm going to ask you to do something in the following week. Practice patience and discipline. Practice patience with people. Practice patience with yourself. Practice patience with your children, with your parents, with anybody around you that you sometimes are easily to get upset or angered by. Practice patience. Practice self discipline. The art of self discipline is something that lacks a lot in today's society. Just because we can does not mean we should. Right? Right. Let's say it together as adults. Just because you can does not mean that you should. So self discipline is a key role in this week's homework. Yeah, you motherfuckers got homework. So practice patience and self discipline. Spiritual and personal development is a continuous process that requires time, dedication, and patience. Consistency in practice is more impactful than occasional grand efforts. So here's the thing is, little patience, little self-discipline leads to big rewards. Good, Peter Virgo. Good. And practice it. It's something I catch myself doing a lot. Like I'm quick to talk shit because I am. I am. I'm gonna tell you guys. When you practice patience and self-discipline, it is not an overnight thing. You have to work on it. You just can't be, you know what I'm saying? You have to be, it takes time. I am really far from the person I was fucking 25 years ago. I'm very fucking different from the person I was 25 weeks ago, probably. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time. Nothing is overnight and nothing is easy. Nothing is ever easy. Patience and self-discipline will come to you as you practice. It'll become automatic. You don't have to blow up at everything. You don't gotta get all fucking crazy. Self-discipline is a key factor in being a fucking adult. A lot of people have strayed from being self-disciplined, and it shows. Same, literally, I tell myself to shut up. I do a lot. I do. I stop myself constantly from fucking talking shit. And it's not because I'm a bigger person, is that I want to just be a better person for myself. I want to prove to myself that I can be a better individual. You know, like I said, and I don't know if he's still here, David. I told one of my guys here, David, it's easier to be bad than to be good. To be good, it takes effort. I am so good at being bad. I'm a natural. I'm a natural to be, but to be good, it takes time. It takes effort. It takes the knowing yourself. It takes knowing who you are. It takes knowing what you can do or what you want to do. You know, do I want to stick, you know, you know, just my hands and everything? Fucking probably, yeah. He has come a long way. You know, he's come a long way. And I know your brother's come a long way, Ariel. That's why he's a prime example of someone that has disciplined himself to be patient and disciplined. I'm not going to share too much about your brother, but again, I'm amazed by the person he is when I first met him. When I first met him, I'm like, this individual did this. No, he was so balanced to me. And to this day, I speak to him and I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, dude, like, all right, so he practiced discipline and he practiced patience. And that is very, very big of him. Again, I told David, I'm like, it's so much easier to be bad than good because I struggle with it every day. I wake up thinking, you know, yeah, but again, like he's a good person, but sometimes good people make bad choices or we're steered into bad situations. Yeah, he is. So I'm proud of David. David is, and I'm gonna share something about David, and hopefully I'm not overstepping my boundaries. You know, he accepted the Lord, right? He got baptized in something else, and I'm like, that's beautiful. Any road to God is a road worth taking, and it's not one road I will ever talk shit about. No matter who you are here, if you're Christian, Catholic, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, if you're Hindu, I don't care what religion, how you address God. That doesn't pertain to me. That's none of my fucking business. I will always endorse someone trying to better themselves. And through God is how we better ourselves. Did anyone see smoke over my head right now, like fly over? Because there's nothing on. Like about a minute ago. Did anyone see smoke? It was like a shadow. Anyone see that shit? Or am I tripping? Or was it just something off the fucking shine of my head? Anyways, did you see it or am I tripping? Anyways, it looked like a white little thing went over my head. And again, there's nothing lit right now. There's no smoke. There shouldn't be no smoke. But the darndest things happen around here, and that's beautiful. Anyways, I'm gonna say something about your brother, and this is the next thing I want to say. Your brother David had the courage to evolve. Everyone here should have the courage to evolve. As you grow and change, your spiritual practice must also evolve. The path requires you to stay open to new insights and ways of seeing the world and let go of what no longer serves you. Have the courage to evolve. Sometimes we say, I'm never going to change. Well, you're never going to fucking grow. Have the courage to evolve. Some people are stuck in their ways so bad that the world's going to pass them by and they're going to be relics. From the moment you're born, you start to change. And change is constant. We age by the millisecond. We are changing by the millisecond. We change physically. We change emotionally. We change spiritually. We just change. Change is inevitable. If there wasn't change, you'd still be in your daddy's sack. You know what I'm saying? We evolve, we grow, again, change is inevitable. Accept change. Be courageous and change. Sometimes that is the first step to true evolution, is to have the courage to evolve. And I don't mean evolution as, as animal. I mean your evolution. Your evolution. That's what I'm talking about. Have the courage to evolve. Have the courage to be who you're meant to be physically, spiritually, emotionally. Have the blessed life you were supposed to fucking have. And don't let small things like bitterness and negativity stop you. Negative energies are meant to be there to slow us down or stop us. Choose peace of mind, choose tranquility, choose to do right for you. I'm gonna say this. Like I told my son, and I was talking to my son yesterday, like, son, like I want you to be happy when you're with me. When you're with me, whatever you want to eat, I'll make, or if I can, I'll buy. I can't buy you things all the time, but I could show you attention and affection. And if there's ever something I really want to eat, I'm gonna tell you. And I'll say, hey, son, this is what I want today. And I'm gonna put my needs first, but for the most part, there's nothing I really want. So what do you want? It's okay to cater to others. But once in a while, we got to cater to ourselves. We can't put ourselves on the back burner always. We can't. We just can't. We shouldn't. We should not do that. And we do it often. And I know I'm one of those people that I put my kids first all the time. But once in a while, I'm like, nah, I don't want that. I want this. And they're like, and I'm like, nah, I always let you guys choose. Today I want this. But the way I see it, I got my kids on the weekend, right? The rest of the week, I get to eat what the fuck I want. So it's not a sacrifice for me to give them what they want those 2, 3 days, right? Right. But once in a while, I choose me because I do. And I guess that's my evolution there. I've evolved to understand that sometimes I got to put myself first once in a while. Not always, because I'm their father first. But once in a while, that's my evolutionary fucking progress is that I have to put myself first, which I'm learning day by day. All right, so your homework this week was be patient and self-discipline. All right? I don't know if you're all gonna fucking do it or not. If you are, send me a message and say, yeah, I'm gonna practice patience and self-discipline. And then tell me how you did that. It sounds funny and stupid, but sometimes sharing will be what keeps us on the fucking road to fucking change. Because if someone holds you accountable for that, then you are more likely to do it. If you just say you're gonna do this shit and you don't, there's no one to fucking check you on it. So if you want to do like the buddy system, if anyone here wants to buddy up and be like, I'm gonna be your fucking self your change, right? Your patience and self-discipline buddy, then do that. Or you can send me a message and then tell me how the week goes, or as you go, how the week is shaping up for you. Um, it's just something that we should do. We should practice more, um, let's say, patience and self discipline, towards our kids, towards the people we interact with and whatnot. So do that for you. And that's pretty much today's lecture. That's how I do it, Smiles. I always put my family first. And again, I don't got my kids all the time. So when I'm with them, it doesn't hurt me to just get them what they want. I'm alone the rest of the week, so I could eat what I want, do what I want, and do things like that. But when I have my children, I want to put them first, and that's the truth. Um, being a dad is I'm gonna take the word dad out. Being a father to my children, um, it's really the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. Um, I don't expect a parade for it. I don't expect anything from it. I just wish my kids would love me the same way I love them. Again, right now, my daughter doesn't feel probably the same way towards me, but you know, she's a teenager. My son still loves me, I think. And again, that's all I want is for whatever the sacrifice I've made for them. I don't expect the Tinker Day parade. I don't expect nothing. I just want them to love me. That's it. Yeah, I don't take it personal, but it does suck. Like this season is her last. It's her last year as a cheerleader, and she's worn me out to the point to where unless she invites me to her cheer, I'm not gonna go. I used to beg to have the information. Like I'm not going if I don't get told, and it sucks. Um, like the last 2 years, I had to beg what days, like what hour, where at, what school, and this year it it wore me out. Um, like so now, unless I'm being told where, I'm not gonna beg no more. And it sucks because I want to see my daughter cheer. I want to see her, but if I'm not really made part of her world by her, I can't force it. I've done everything I could as a father, and I've done everything I could to ask her for inclusion in her life, and that's all I can do. Every weekend she's supposed to come home. I ask her, "Are you coming home this weekend?" Because she's 17, and I don't want to. I can't force her, and she'll come once in a while, and then if not, just me and my boy. I like that too, but I wish I had my daughter with me. I wish I had my little girl, and I tell her, I try, and that's all I can do. If you don't want me there, I won't be there, and that's it. And whatever I did to her, which I have no clue, hopefully one day she comes around for real. And if she doesn't come around, it's funny because when I die is when she'll probably be like my dad, or like or maybe she won't give a fuck. My son is very much like me. He has my emotions and my feelings. My daughter is a bit more cold and a bit more fucking irrational, just like her mother. So not talking shit, speaking truth. Truth sometimes is uncomfortable. Um, anyways, that's today's. There's no need to, again, like, independence is one thing, but I don't understand it. I'm gonna say this, and hopefully y'all don't take it the wrong way, because I might get some hate for it. Y'all females are so unstable emotionally. Like, to push away, like the way my daughter pushes me away, all I've ever done is try to be there for her. That's all I can do. And that's all I can ever hope to be, is someone that's constant in her life. If she chooses for me not to be there because her mother said some shit about me, or she just outgrew her dad, I don't know. It does hurt. But will I get over it? I don't know, because I'm missing things about her life that I wish I had more access to. But I will no longer force my way into her life if she doesn't want me there. And the thing is, I knew this would happen eventually. I would get tired of chasing and begging and pleading with her to make me part of her existence. Everything has a cutoff point, and I choose my sanity and my tranquility even above her asshole behavior. She's my daughter, and I love her to death. And for those that know me, I love my kids. I love my kids unconditionally. I will go serve a life sentence for them if I have to. She's, feeling your energy is one thing. Being a jerk is another, though. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I've made a lot of excuses for her in her behavior. I can't do it no more. I won't. Truth is truth. And I'll say this: whatever happened between me and her mother was between me and her mother. She chose sides. She's her and my son were casualties in this, and you know, they're usually weaponized by their mother. Yeah, but why does growing up have to fucking involve pushing people away, like the father? You know what I'm saying? um, it's okay. I still got my boy is the person that I love my children, but right now my boy is what keeps me happy because he wants to come home. Yeah, I just can't. Like, to me, like, I'm very much a person that enough is enough, and enough is enough. With my daughter, like, I will push no more. Like, if she wants me there, I'll be there, but I'm not gonna push the issue because I've begged, I've cried to her, like, all these things, and she don't care. So enough is enough. And again, I will be there whenever she needs me to be there, but I just won't beg or push my way in anymore. It's not what I'm gonna do anymore. She's gonna she's probably gonna go to college, and I'll see less of her, and that sucks. Um, that's it. You know what, bro? I'm gonna say this, Miles. No matter what I went through in life, I was always a mama's boy, and I was with my pops, and I never. I try to not be so disrespectful, and when I did, I apologized. My dad has always been someone de besitos. ¿Cómo está, mijo? And me da un beso. You know, I've never shied away. I was a full-fledged gang member, and someone was like, "Why'd your dad kiss you?" I'm like, "What's up? What fool? What's wrong with that shit?" Like they're like, "Oh, nothing, dog, nothing." Like I was never like, I never, I've always been a mom's boy. I've tried to do right by my parents, and there was a times where we had a rocky relationship, right? And even then, I tried to mend the bridge. Um, like whenever me and my parents had a fallout, it wasn't because of me. It was not because of me, And I kept trying to always mend the bridge. And I have a very like I will try and try until I just won't try no more. And I know myself. I know I have a breaking point. Um, it happened with my parents once, and it happened with my daughter now. Like I'm not gonna push when when I shouldn't. So that was what I was afraid of, is that I was gonna stop trying because I knew I would have a breaking point. And I always have a breaking point. It's a matter of time. And I hate myself for having met that breaking point. Like I really feel like what's wrong with me? Like if my daughter don't call me, I'm not gonna call her no more. Like it's just the way it is because she made it that way. And I hate myself for it, but I can't change overnight. And or I've done everything I could. I've begged, I've pleaded, I've tried calling. She won't pick. I mean, I just can't do it. Anyways, let's talk about something else before I haven't had breakfast yet. So oh shit. So right now I gotta take breakfast, and I'm gonna have some breakfast and then take my meds. Um I'm gonna say something, and again, I don't ever want to say things that are offensive, but I'm gonna say things sometimes that are unpopular. All right. Um those dogs are useless, Ariel. I'm telling you. Anyways, last night I got a text from somebody asking about their read, like if what time I was gonna read, that they sent me money to my business page. I don't got a business page. I don't have a business page. And they were like, I sent you money already. I'm like, I haven't got it. So like, I don't know what to tell you. And I always tell you guys to be careful, don't get swindled, blah blah blah. And in the past, I've when people get swindled, I'll do the read anyways, 'cause that's fucked up, right? But I was like, dude, like I keep saying it over and over. I've been saying it for years. Be careful. Um, demand to see my face. I only use a 310 number. I say it over and over constantly. So like, you know, I don't want to be a jerk, but be careful. Like, you send someone else money and I'm supposed to do the read. Like that shit doesn't work for me. Again, I'm sorry if you get swindled. Be more careful with who you send money to, because I've said it time and time again. So I feel bad if you get taken for a ride by somebody, but but I shouldn't be held accountable for it. So in the past, I've done it where I've read I did a read for them anyways. I'm not gonna do it no more moving forward. I gotta protect my energy and protect my space, and I gotta start making money. So if you can't, you know, discern certain like the things I tell you to be careful. I tell you to don't fall for people sending you messages because I won't send you a message. So moving forward, if you get taken by somebody, I'm not gonna give you a read. If you send someone else money that pretend to be me, I'm just not gonna do it. And I feel bad, but what can I do? I don't want to be a jerk because I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk, but am I wrong for what I'm saying? And again, if I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm being an asshole, correct me. But am I wrong? I thought about it, and I'm all like, I've been saying it for years to be careful. For years, for years, for years, for years. So if someone gets money from you and it ain't me, am I liable for that? TikTok has done nothing to get rid of all these fake accounts, so I can't do it. Can anyone comment on that? Inbox me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Inbox me either way. Yeah, again, in the past, I've I've done the read and been like, they send me info, like this is who I send it to. I'm like, it's not even a 310 number. It's somewhere in fucking, somewhere in Venezuela or the Philippines. Thanks, Pablo. Again, I don't want to sound like a dick. You know what I mean? You know, like I paid him $50. The person said, I'm like, that's $50 could have gone to me. Like, and I need $50. You know what I mean? So like, I'm like, I can't, I can't do it. Like I've done it before in the past. I'm not gonna do it moving forward. I apologize if that sounds cold or whatever. But I've always warned people about not falling victims to scammers. It's on all my videos. I say it on every video, but now it's on all the videos. And at the bottom, I just can't, be. All right, I'm gonna take a break. Um, I'm gonna work on some stuff right now. I'm gonna go take my meds because my sugars. Let me see what they're at. I haven't ate, so I have to eat something. Um, Someone just offered to buy me lunch, so I'm gonna take it like a fucking scoundrel. Because I'm that guy. If y'all want to feed me, I'm always up to being fed. All right, Ariel, I'll talk to you soon. Um, again, yeah, I can't knock, I can't knock a free lunch. Uh, I can't knock a free lunch, so I can't knock a free lunch, man. I really can't. So thank you guys for being here. I'll be back in a bit. Again, I'll be back if am I the only one having problems with people commenting on TikTok? I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm gonna look it up again, see what's going on, because I can't. People can't comment on my lives, even if I take off, the restrictions. So I'm gonna turn off the phone. Thank you, Peter Virgo. Should I just leave it as super fans then? People got to pay the fucking cost to fucking put their comments in, but I can't figure it out. But I appreciate you so much. All my super fans, I do appreciate it. To me, every little bit counts, and I know it's a blessing to get followers that want to pay to see me and talk to me. So I appreciate it so much. Um, Again, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna be back in a bit or after lunch. Gotta pay the cost to talk to the talk. All right, I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Maybe blessed not forever. Thank you for being a super fan. But I don't know if it's a new thing TikTok has, or I don't know what is going on. But I'll be back. Let me wait, see how long it's gonna take. In the meantime, while I get my meds and everything, I'm gonna write today's or tomorrow's prayers and stuff like that. So I know it seems that when I'm not on the live, I'm just fucking picking my nose and fucking scratching my ass. But I actually do a lot of stuff off air. Like I'll talk to people, I'll do my trabajos, and I do writing for the following day. So again, I appreciate the free lunch. Again, if you guys want to donate, gift, anything, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. I'll be back. Gracias. Gracias.